The 1986 Balloon Fest disaster, when 1.5 million balloons shut down an entire city. Back in 1986, Cleveland attempted something absolutely unbelievable, releasing 1.5 million balloons simultaneously in what would become one of history's most shocking disasters. This wasn't just any ordinary stunt. It was called Balloon Fest '86, and it was supposed to transform Cleveland's terrible reputation forever. Cleveland desperately needed a makeover. The city was struggling with a horrible image problem, widely mocked and ridiculed across America. City officials were determined to prove that Cleveland could compete with world-class destinations and wasn't the laughingstock everyone believed it to be. The year before, Disneyland had set the Guinness World Record for the largest balloon release in history. Cleveland's leaders thought, why not beat Disney at their own game? It seemed like the perfect solution to rebrand their struggling city and capture global attention. The United Way of Cleveland masterminded this incredible plan to launch nearly 1.5 million helium balloons over downtown. This massive undertaking required 6 months of intensive preparation, including building a gigantic net covering an entire city block. Thousands of dedicated volunteers worked tirelessly to inflate every single balloon. September 27, 1986, the historic day finally arrived. But while Cleveland prepared for their record-breaking spectacle, a completely different drama was playing out on nearby Lake Erie. The night before, devastating storms had battered the region with severe weather warnings lasting until 1 a.m. Just 1 hour before the storm hit, 2 local fishermen had ventured out onto the dangerous waters. By morning, the same day as Balloon Fest, both men were reported missing by their worried families. Their abandoned boat was discovered floating empty on the lake, and authorities feared they had been thrown overboard during the violent storm. The Coast Guard immediately launched an urgent search and rescue mission. Meanwhile, over 100,000 excited spectators packed Cleveland's public square, eagerly waiting to witness this historic balloon launch. Organizers were thrilled that the previous night's storms had cleared, allowing their dream event to proceed as planned. But Mother Nature had other plans. As the day progressed, another massive storm system was rapidly approaching. Heavy rain clouds were moving in fast, but the balloons were already inflated and positioned for launch. Rescheduling was absolutely impossible at this point, so organizers made the fateful decision to release early. The record has just been shattered in Cleveland, over 1.5 million balloons. The launch was absolutely spectacular and breathtaking. For one glorious moment, Cleveland achieved exactly what they wanted, a triumphant display that put them on the world map. But this moment of glory was devastatingly short-lived. Everyone expected the helium balloons to drift gracefully upward, slowly deflate over time, and gently fall back to Earth one by one. That's not what happened at all. The wind has suddenly shifted. The balloons are moving fast in the opposite direction. They're beautiful, but they're coming straight back toward us. The incoming cold front and heavy rain immediately forced tens of thousands of still inflated balloons back down to ground level in massive waves. The result? Complete and utter chaos. Yesterday's balloon release created absolute mayhem throughout Cleveland. Strong winds quickly carried the balloon mass toward Burke Lakefront Airport, and within minutes the runways were so completely blocked that all flights were immediately suspended. Balloons began crashing down onto busy streets and highways, causing multiple serious car accidents. Major roads had to be completely shut down until bulldozers could arrive to clear away the balloon debris covering everything. During all this urban chaos, the Coast Guard was still desperately searching for the 2 missing fishermen on Lake Erie. Ironically, Cleveland's balloon launch was now making their rescue mission nearly impossible. Massive quantities of balloons had descended onto the lake, thousands more than the planned few dozen. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack out here. Can you imagine trying to spot someone floating in the water, or even see a life jacket with all these balloons covering the entire lake surface? 2 days later, on September 29th, the Coast Guard was forced to call off their search operation. Shortly afterward, both fishermen's bodies tragically washed ashore. Balloon Fest '86 was featured in the 1988 Guinness Book of World Records, but it was the only edition to include it. Right after this disaster, Guinness completely eliminated the balloon launching category forever. Like this video, and leave a comment if you learned anything new about this incredible disaster. Subscribe so you don't miss other shocking historical events you've never heard of.